Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Goetschel, and every day I break down the biggest AI story in just 10 minutes. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. You know that feeling when you ask your phone a question and it confidently gives you the completely wrong answer? Well, xAI just announced they might have finally solved that problem. And honestly, it's about time. We've all been burned by AI hallucinations before. You ask for restaurant recommendations and end up at a place that closed 3 years ago. But what xAI just released with Grok 4.2 could change everything about how we trust AI. Here's what happened. xAI, that's Elon Musk's AI company, just launched something called Grok 4.2 in beta. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another AI model, another fancy name, what's the big deal? Well, this one is different because of how it actually works inside. Instead of having one AI brain trying to figure everything out. Grok 4.2 uses 4 different AI agents working together. Think of it like having a team meeting in your computer. One agent analyzes your question. Another one looks for potential problems with that analysis. A third agent fact-checks everything. And the fourth one pulls it all together into a final answer. It's like having a built-in devil's advocate system. Which is basically what your most annoying coworker does, except this time it's actually helpful. Now, why does this matter? Because they're claiming this approach cuts down AI hallucinations by 65%. That's huge. To put that in perspective, if your current AI tool gets things wrong 3 out of 10 times, this new approach would only get things wrong about 1 time out of 10. Here's how this multi-agent thing actually works in practice. Let's say you ask it about the best budget smartphone under $500. The first agent would start researching current phones and prices. The second agent would jump in and say, wait, are we considering refurbished phones or just new ones? The third agent would verify that the prices are actually current and not from last year's data. And the fourth agent would synthesize all of that into a recommendation that actually makes sense for your situation. It's like having a really good research team that never gets tired and never asks for coffee breaks. But here's where this gets really interesting for your day-to-day life. This isn't just about getting better answers to random questions. This could fundamentally change how AI fits into your work and your routine. Think about your job for a minute. Maybe you're in sales and you need to research potential clients. Or you're a teacher planning lessons. Or you manage a small team and you're always trying to figure out the best way to handle different situations. Right now, when you use AI for work stuff, there's always that nagging doubt. Is this information actually correct? Should I double check this? With a system that's wrong 65% less often, that doubt starts to fade. You begin to trust it for more important decisions. And that's when AI stops being a novelty and starts being a genuine productivity tool. Let's get specific about what this means for your money. If you're a freelancer, you could start using AI to help with client proposals. Instead of spending 3 hours researching industry benchmarks and pricing, you could ask the AI team to do the heavy lifting. They'd debate different approaches, fact-check the data, and give you a solid foundation to work from. Or maybe you're trying to plan your family budget for the year. You could ask this multi-agent system to analyze your spending patterns, research ways to save money, and debate the pros and cons of different financial strategies. Because there are multiple agents checking each other's work, you're much less likely to get advice that sends you down the wrong path. For parents, this could be a game changer for planning anything. Family vacations, school choices, even weekly meal planning. Instead of spending your Saturday morning researching and cross-referencing information, you could get a team of AI agents to do the grunt work. They'd debate the options, verify the facts, and present you with actually reliable recommendations. But I want to be honest about the potential downsides here. As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so always talk to a professional for your specific financial situation. And as AI gets more reliable, there's a real risk that some jobs will be automated away. If you're in customer service or basic research roles, systems like this could start handling more of that work. The flip side is that more reliable AI means more opportunities for people who know how to use it well, which brings me to what you can actually do with this today. Here's the best part about all of this. You don't have to wait or join some exclusive beta program. Grok 4.2 is available right now and you can start using it today. If you have an X account, which used to be called Twitter, you can access Grok directly through the app or website. Just look for the Grok option in the sidebar. You get some free usage, and if you want unlimited access, it's $8 a month with X Premium. If you don't want to deal with X, you can sign up directly at xAI. No wait list, no waiting around for access. Now, here's how I'd suggest you actually test this thing out. Start with something you already know the answer to. Ask it to research and recommend something in an area where you have expertise. This way, you can see how the multi-agent system works and judge for yourself whether it's actually more reliable than other AI tools you've used. Try prompting it with something like this. Debate the best way to improve my LinkedIn profile for career advancement, check current best practices, and give me a specific action plan. You should be able to see the different agents working through the problem, discussing different approaches and arriving at a consensus. Or if you're planning something for work, analyze the most effective email marketing strategies for small businesses, debate the pros and cons of different approaches, and recommend a specific strategy for a local service business. The key is to give it tasks that are complex enough to benefit from multiple perspectives, but specific enough that you can evaluate whether the answer is actually useful. And here's a pro tip. xAI is updating Grok weekly based on user feedback. That means when you use the thumbs up and thumbs down buttons, you're actually influencing how the system develops. They're prioritizing feedback from active users, so your input could literally shape how this technology evolves. If you're more technically inclined, they also offer API access. You can integrate this into tools you already use, like Notion or Excel. The free tier gives you 10,000 tokens per day, which is enough for plenty of experimenting. But even if you're not technical at all, the main interface is designed to be conversational. You talk to it like you would talk to a team of really smart colleagues who happen to be available 24/7. I've been testing it myself over the past few days, and I'll be honest, it feels different from other AI tools. There's less of that nagging voice in the back of your head wondering if it's making stuff up. It's like the difference between getting advice from one person versus getting advice from a group that's actually thought through the problem together. The responses take a little longer because the agents are literally debating with each other, but the extra few seconds are worth it when you get an answer you can actually trust. Look, we've been waiting for AI to become genuinely reliable for everyday use, not just impressive in demos, not just good enough for simple questions, but actually trustworthy for the decisions that matter in our work and our lives. This multi-agent approach might finally be the breakthrough we've been waiting for. When AI systems can essentially fact-check themselves and debate their own conclusions, we move from asking, "Is this right?" to asking, "How can I use this?" And that shift changes everything about how we work, how we learn, and how we make decisions. The companies building AI are in an arms race right now, and the prize isn't just better technology, it's our trust, because the first AI system that we can truly rely on becomes the one we turn to for everything. Based on what I'm seeing with Grok 4.2, xAI might just be the first to cross that line. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.